If your trousers always have fitting problems around the waist, hip or crotch area, don't worry. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to draft a fitted trouser pattern correctly. And you can also use this method to draft for a plus size. My name is Ruth and welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to watch, comment and subscribe. So these are the measurements we'll be needing for the drafting of this trouser. So let's get into our tutorial. So here I'll go ahead and mark 4 inches at the upper part of my pattern paper like so. I'll go ahead and rule it out. And I'll also do the same thing by the side. I'll mark about 4 inches. I'll mark it down to the length of my pattern paper. And the reason why we are doing it this way is because we'll be drafting both the front and the back pattern on the same paper. So this line here will serve as my waistline. The other side will be the side of our trouser. Next step will be to get our crotch length. So you divide your hip by 4 plus 1 inch. You can also add 1.5 inches depending on how high you want your trousers to be. Now the next method to get your crotch length is to ask your client to sit on a flat surface and you measure from their waistline to the top of the seat. That will serve as their crotch length. So that's another method to get your crotch length. So for mine here, I'll be working with 42 inches divided by 4 plus 1 inch. So that will give me 11.5. So I'll determine how wide I want my band to be. So I'll be using 1.5. I'll go ahead and mark the 1.5 on the waistline, then mark my 11.5. I hope that's clear. So that's what I did here. So after that, the next step will be to get our waist to our knee line. So I also mark the 1.5 on that waistline, then mark my knee line. So my knee line is 20 inches. So I'll mark that in another place for us to get a straight line. So the next step is to get our waist to the length of our trouser. Don't forget to also mark your waistband on the waistline before marking the length of your trouser. So after that, I'll now mark my hemming allowance. So I'll be using 2 inches to fold the down of the pant trouser. So after that, I'll just go ahead and label my pattern paper. So this is my crotch line and this is my knee line. So that way we will not make a mistake. So the next step would be on the waistline and on the crotch line, I'll go ahead and divide my hip by 4 and mark it on the waistline and on the crotch line. So that way we're just going to form a box at this part here. So just go ahead and roll it up this way. I hope it is clear. So that's it. So after that, we'll now determine our hip line. So remember our band. Now we'll take out 1.5, then mark 9 inches for our hip line. So just go ahead and label this as our hip line. So I hope you are following the tutorial. So these are crotch length. Are you seeing? So after I'm done with that, the next thing is for us to mark our waist measurement. So we'll be dividing our waist by 4, then we'll mark it from this point here to this other side. Are you seeing? Now if you're going to add that to the waist of this trouser, at this point you're going to add it. So for this particular trousers, I'll be adding 1 inch for that. So after that, I'll just go ahead and connect from the waistline to our hip line. I hope this is very clear. So I'll connect from the waistline to our hip line. So next step will be for us to get our crotch extension. For the front crotch extension, you're going to divide your hip by 20. So whatever you have, you're going to mark it from the crotch length outward this way. Are you seeing? So just mark it this way. So I have I think about 2.2 inches. So that is it. So next step is from the hip line. Are you seeing? From this point here, you just go out by 0.25. Are you seeing? So once you go out, you just go ahead and use your ruler, connect it straight to the waistline this way, and use your curve ruler to connect to your crotch extension. so that way you are going to get a perfect front fit. So this way you are going to eliminate that bulge or that smile line you are going to have at the front part of your trousers. And also you can just come down from the waistline at the front part here by 1 inch, then you connect it back this way. So this will also eliminate all the smile lines at the front part of your trousers. I hope this is very clear. Now the next thing we are going to do is to measure whatever we have here to this point and divide it by 2. So that's our tie line. Are you seeing? So I just go ahead and label it. This is our tie line. So we are going to measure whatever we have. You divide it into and mark one part on the tie line, the knee line, and the length of your trousers. So are you seeing? So I've divided it. I'm going to mark it now on my knee line, and I also do the same down to the length of my trousers. Then after that, I'll just go ahead and use my straight ruler to connect the lines together. So after you're done connecting the lines this way, the next thing we'll come to our new area here and mark our new circumference. So to do that, you get your new circumference and divide it by 4. Are you seeing? You divide it by 4 and you put one part on both sides. I hope that is clear. So our new circumference is 20 inches. So I'm going to divide that by 4 and I will have 5 inches. So I'm going to mark the 5 inches on both sides this way. I hope that is clear. So I will now go down to the length of our trousers and mark our ankle circumference. So I'll do the same thing. I'll divide my ankle by 4 and mark one part on both sides this way. I hope it is clear. So after that, we are going to connect these points together. So I'm going to use my ruler. You can use your straight ruler at this point or use your curved ruler to connect from your thigh line to your knee and not from your hip line. I hope that is clear. So connect from our thigh line to our knee line with a curved ruler. So you can use a straight ruler to connect from your knee to the length of your trousers. So after that, we are going to connect from our crotch extension to our knee line with a curved ruler, and I'll use a straight part to connect to the length of my trouser like this. So that is it. So after that, the next step will be for us to mark our darts. Remember, we'll be adding that to this point. So you can extend this line upward this way to get to the midpoint of your dart, or you just measure whatever you have here and divide it by 2 and mark. Are you seeing? Then from your waistline you come down by 6 inches to get the length of your dart. So go ahead and draw a straight line. Then I'll open up my dart with 0.5 inches on both sides. Remember we added 1 inch for our dart other ones. So I'm going to connect it like this. So this is it for the front part of our trouser. So the next step will be for us to mark the back side of our trouser. And remember I told you that I'll be marking both the front and the back side on the same paper. So I'll be using a different color of marker so that you'll not be confused. So from this crotch length line to mark the back part, I'll just go ahead and go in by 1 inch. Are you seeing? Then on the waistline I'll go in by 1.5. And now if you're of a bigger size, you can do 1 inch on the down part, and on the waistline you can use 2 inches, and plus size you can go in by 2.5, so that way to be able to accommodate your bum area. I hope this is very clear. So that is it. So if you use this method, if you are working for a plus size, you will not have issues at all. It's going to fit properly. So after you're done with that, now on the tie line at this side here, we'll go in by 1 inch, and on the waistline we'll replace the 1.5 inches that went in before it, and on the hip line we'll use the same 1 inch. I hope that is clear. Or you measure from this part and mark your waistline and mark your 1 inch for that. It will still give you the same thing. So after we are done with that, I'll just go ahead and connect from my waist to my hip line, and I'll just use my ruler and blend this part this way. So the next step is for us to get the back rising part of our trouser. Remember, our bump is not flat, so you're going to go up by 1 to 1.5 inches depending on your size. If you're working for a bigger size, you can use 2 inches. Then we'll connect it back to our waistline like this. So for the back crotch extension, we are going to divide our hip by 10. Remember, for the front, we divided our hip by 20 to get our front crotch extension. So for the back, we are going to divide it by 10. So whatever you have, you are going to mark it from this red line here outward this way. So for the front, we got 2.2. So the back, we are going to have 4.5. So the front we have 2.25. So the back we are going to have 4.5. I hope that is clear. So we are going to now connect it, whatever we have, to our knee line. So after that, we are just going to connect the back part. So just watch what I'm doing. Are you seeing? I'll just connect from that hip area with my curve ruler, and also use your free hand to do the same thing. I'll just connect it like this. Are you seeing? So make sure you blend it very well. So that's it. So after that, the next thing we'll be doing is to connect the sides of our back trousers. So what we are going to do is either you connect it from your crotch line to this part, or you open it up by 0.5 inch. So this right here is not compulsory. That's to give room for that, a kind of ease allowance, you understand, so that your trouser doesn't look too tight for you. So that's just it. So that's why I'm adding the 0.5 inches. I hope that is clear. So that is it for the back part. So the next thing we are going to do next is to add our darts for the back. Now take note of how I'm going to mark my back dart. So I'll just divide my waistline for the back part into 2. Then I'll mark. Are you seeing? So I'll measure what I have. That's 4.2. So I'll just go ahead and mark from the waistline. I'll mark 6.5. You can also use 6 inches. Now to connect our back dart, remember that the connection at the back here is not straight, so it's parallel. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'll mark the 4.2 this way and connect with my straight ruler, and you see that the front and the back darts, they are not the same. The front dart is straight while the back is not straight. I hope you understand. So that's just how to get a perfect dart for the back area. So next will be for us to connect our hemline for this trouser. And now most times after cutting your trousers, you notice that when you're trying to fold, the down part of your trouser, your allowance, will not fit into your trouser. So what are you going to do? Just measure what you have here and measure it back to the upper part of your trouser. Then put your tape at the center to measure whatever you have. Are you seeing? Then mark it this way. That way your trouser will not come, your folding, like your allowance, will not come straight. It will now be slanted this way. So repeat the same thing, measure whatever you have, and return the same thing at the ending part of your hem allowance. Then you connect. I hope that is clear. So for the back part, we're just going to just mark 0.5 and connect it back. So that's just it. So this is it for our trouser, and this trouser is so beautiful. So I hope you find this tutorial helpful. Like and comment, and watch out for my next video on how to cut and sew it.